Hey all, welcome to DevTechJr. In this video, we'll look at what HTML lists are and why we use them. Let's get started. So I've just opened up a brand new HTML document. We're only going to be using HTML, and I've also opened up live server on the right side. And so let's just dive into it. So of course we have our head here. Yep, so we can minimize it if we want. So I'm going to minimize it right now. And so we have our body here. And in our body, we're going to start off with a simple div. So let's call it div. And let's give it a class of list class. Okay, you could call it whatever you want. I'm just going to call it list class. So inside this div, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the first list we're going to review, the unordered list. So to create an unordered list, you got to type in UL, and there's an abbreviation for that. So go ahead and click that. So UL stands for unordered list. And inside these tags is where we type out what we want in our list. So to type out the first item of your list, you want to type in LI. And so then there's an abbreviation for that. And inside these LI tags are going to be your list item. So the first list item we could go ahead and add is milk. Okay, so in the same list, so still in the UL, I'm going to add another list item, and I'm going to call it bananas. Once again, in the same UL right underneath it, I'm going to add another one. I'm going to call it bread. And so we can continue like this. I'm going to call it meat. And underneath this, let's call this, remember, add your list tag. And inside this, we're going to add fruits. So now if I save it, you can see we get an unordered list. So if it helps, I'm just going to zoom in a bit. So unordered list, in other words, it's pretty much a bullet pointed list. Now, the important thing to remember is first of all, it's UL, so you always have to write out whatever's in your list inside the UL tags, and make sure you add them inside these LI tags, so list item tags. If you don't add it outside, so if you add it outside of it, let's call this, I don't know, let's call this cheese. Now if I save it, you can see it doesn't get counted as a part of the list. But now if I add it inside the list item tags, now if I save it, you can see it gets added. So it's important that you add the list item. So now we've looked at unordered lists. Now the second type of list I wanted to show you guys is ordered lists. And ordered lists are simple. All we got to do, did you guys see that? So of course, whatever I change here, it gets changed here. So yeah, we're just going to change it up from UL to OL. OL stands for OL stands for ordered list. Now if I save it, we can see that from bullet points, we get an ordered list. So yeah, now we could take this a step further and pretend this is our shopping list. So we could go ahead and say shopping list. If I save it, boom, that looks sweet. Okay, so guys, now that we've looked at unordered lists, the next type of list I wanted to show you guys is called the description list. So description lists, it's a little bit of a tongue twister. They work a little bit differently. So I'm just going to type in DL again. So DL stands for description list. What we want to do first is add our description title. So description title. And in this, we're going to add, we could go ahead and add a car name. So let's go ahead and call this Toyota Corolla. Right? And so right underneath it, we have to add description, DD. And in DD, we got to say model 2008. So I'm just going to space that out. Awesome. So now what I'm going to do, so I'm just creating a list for cars. So once again, description title. Then the next one is called Honda Civic. And right underneath that, we're going to add description. And we're going to space that out. And we're going to say model 2004. So now if I save it, we can see it's a little bit different. So we get our description title. And underneath that, we get description. So This is me just speed running through and adding a few more list items. Now if I save it, we can see I've created a description list. So it has the name of the car and then underneath it the model. So you could go ahead and in description, you could add multiple description tags if you wanted. So you could go ahead and add mileage. I don't know what the mileage is, sorry. I'm just gonna add a random number. So now if I save it, you can see that another description gets added to that. So now you guys could actually take this a step further if you wanted to and add a line break. Now you can see that looks a little bit more organized. There you go, guys. So once again, as a summary, the main 3 types of lists are unordered list, ordered list, and description lists. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks, guys.
If you're interested in learning programming the easy way, then please make sure you like this video and subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified when the next video comes out. Once you have, please let me know down in the comments. I'll make sure to reply to you. Thanks. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know down in the comment section, or simply join our Discord server and you can post them there. Thank you.